Greetings, Patrick here. Have Cheetah Will View, and it's Wednesday, not Tuesday, but Wednesday, and we're here for Library Day because yeah, we did go to the library yesterday, so there was a haul, and I was running just a little late. So, but I'll get to it now because I know you guys are all here to see what did me and the Cheetah pick up this week at the library. First of all, it was a pretty good week, actually. Tell you the truth, no library movies, so no recent releases got dropped. I was hoping to see some, but did not. They didn't have a single one. So, but someone had made a really nice donation. Based on what I saw, it looked to either be... You always get an idea of what the story behind the donation. And for me, when I see it, I always think of if it was a divorce, if it was a widow, someone's husband had passed away, something along those lines. And I got the impression, looking at the movies and series that I got today, I feel like it was a widow. All the movies were generally aimed toward a male audience. It was pretty decent. They had in fact, I had to decide what I could get or what I couldn't. If yesterday was bag sale, I would have cleaned up. Oh Lord, I would have cleaned up big. But it was not. That's next week. And I don't suspect a single one will be there next week. Not at a quarter a piece. All right. Well, I got some really cool stuff to show you. So let's get into it. They're all DVDs. And there's no Blu-rays this time, and it's focused heavily on TV. All right, the first thing we picked up, and I didn't really realize this. The first thing I picked up is Marjorie Morningstar, and what I didn't realize is Artesian right here, the company started with with the Blair Witch Project. I did not know that they got into releasing classic films. I knew some of the Artesian films that had been released, but they all had been modern releases at that time. I didn't know they went back and did some releasing of classic films. So this was a really surprise find for me, and pretty happy to get it. Marjorie Morningstar stars Natalie Wood and none other than Gene Kelly. But I don't think this is a dancing movie. This is a serious drama. I know a lot of people know Gene Kelly from his dancing days, but he also could be a dramatic actor as well. So, okay, I got two single run series. They only lasted for one season apiece. Terrible, but and this is what I really like about this is that they release them, and I'm looking at this, and I'm looking at this at the box here, and I'm not surprised because Warner Brothers does a really good job at that. Warner Brothers does a lot of single season releases because there are a lot of fans out there who love the shows. It's just wasn't enough at the time for the networks to carry them on, but people still like these shows, and they still want to see them. But when these series came out before streaming, you had to have at least 100 episodes of a series in order to get it syndicated. Now there are some that are underneath 100. Probably most famously Star Trek, the original series, which ran over 69 episodes. But generally, as a rule, for syndication, you had to have at least 100 episodes to guarantee syndication. So when a series like Moonlight comes out and it only runs for 1 year, you're probably not going to be able to see it on TV. Well, now with streaming, there you go. You can see it with streaming. But back when this was released, no, you couldn't. And if streaming hadn't come around, this is one good thing about streaming. If they paid the actors who actually were in the series, that would actually be really good. But what's really cool about this is that now you can go back and watch single season series like this. It gets a second life, and it helps out for people who missed the show. This one stars Alex O'Loughlin and Jason Dohring and let's see, Shannon Sossamon and the lovely Sophia Myles. God, Sophia Myles is amazingly pretty. So this came out in 2008. So I don't really remember this show, hence one season, right? I don't really remember this show, but I do remember Sophia Myles. She was awesome as Lady Penelope in Thunderbirds. And so yeah, so this is I think this is about vampires. I think. Yes, it's about vampires. All right. Next up, I know I'm probably going to hear a couple of comments about this. Let me just put it right out here for you all. Just forget about it. I know the story. I know the history. It's not going to stop me from buying anything with certain actors or producers or anything in it, except for maybe Roman Polanski. No, I mean, no, because I still watch The Ninth Gate. I like that one too. So I found this. This is really surprising too, because this has been a while. I didn't think I'd find something like this out in the wild at all. But I found Tales of the Gold Monkey. So this stars Stephen Collins, and we know that Stephen Collins, his career ended up in disgrace with accusations of him fooling around with kids. Yeah, not a good way to go down, right? But before that, he was actually a very likable actor, very popular actor. Not only did he star on Seventh Heaven for many, many years, but he also appeared in Star Trek, the motion picture, where he played Lieutenant Decker. So Tales of the Gold Monkey, the complete series, there's a bunch of movies that came out, a bunch of series that came out after their first Indiana Jones. Relic Hunter, Bring 'Em Back Alive, and Tales of the Gold Monkey, where there's adventurers, and exotic places doing daring do. And this Tales of the Gold Monkey was one of the series that came out of that. Aired on ABC for a single season, and it started off with a bang. But I think the limitations of the show, Indiana Jones is, I mean, you could tell that was a shot on location type of deal. I don't really remember the reason why this didn't do that well. It had a very likable cast. It had Stephen Collins, like I said, Jeff McKay, who later went on to do Magnum P.I. to great success. Caitlin O'Haney. Roddy McDowall played a mysterious contact. And John Calvin. So this is a pretty good cast, but don't know what happened. This was a Shout Factory release, by the way. Shout Factory. Now, I don't think that counts as a boutique, right? A TV show on Shout Factory? I don't know. But it's in great condition. It's minty fresh. So, I remember only seeing a couple episodes of it when it came on. Didn't catch my imagination when it came on. I don't know why. I'm too old to remember that. But I do remember the show vividly. All right. Now I think I'm not sure if I have this set or not, or at least one I think, I have to go back and double check, but I don't think so. I think I have another set, but I did pick up the Miss Marple set from Warner Brothers. This looks somewhat familiar to me, but I don't think it's the one I'm thinking about. So this is Miss Marple. This is the one with Margaret Rutherford played Miss Marple, Agatha Christie's senior detective. This is 4 films. There's 4 films here, and it looks really cool. This is going to be in black and white, so that's even added bonus to that. Yeah, someone loved this because it's pristine. The films are Murder at the Gallup, Murder, She Said. Yes, Miss Marple is the inspiration for Murder, She Wrote, which was Jessica Fletcher, who was played by Angela Lansbury, who they're actually saying who the series might be getting the Knives Out treatment, and might be being some movies being made of the character in the series. If they do, can I suggest either Glenn Close or Helen Mirren playing Miss Marple? Thank you. Yeah, this looks pretty cool. Let's see. Murder at the Gallup, Murder, She Said, Murder Most Foul, and Murder Ahoy. So, yeah, this definitely is going to be being looked at real soon. This looks like a lot of fun. Okay. Now, this is something we don't see very much at all anymore, and thank God for this, because I'll tell you. So one of the things I picked up here is I got a collection of the Incredible Hulk. It says here, the television series Ultimate Collection. So this does something I really don't like, and I would never buy out in the wild. Though I did pick this up for $1.50, which is pretty good. But one thing that a lot of studios used to do is they used to use the compilation. They would take a series and take episodes from the show, and they release it. And what they're trying to do is they're trying to whet your appetite to buy more. One of the things I used to hate a lot was a lot of these shows, they would come out as volume 1. They release it half of a season. So most network TV shows did 23 to 24 episodes. So they would release episodes 1 through 12, wait 4 or 5 months, then release the next one. And what it was double dipping. They were charging full retail price for only half of a season. Hated that. Never really supported that. And I don't think a lot of people did too, as it went on. As more studios picked up on that, like, wow, how come this hasn't sold? How come this series hasn't sold? And it's still sitting there in the bin, while whole seasons of other shows have been bought. Well, because people don't want to pay double dipping. But this is what this was. This was just a cash grab type of release, and in it had a lot of the. I think this might have most of the 2-parters on here. I see that there's 3 2-parters, and then there's other episodes as well. It looks nice. I mean, it looks nice. It folds on out, and you know the discs are minty, and I appreciate that. The box is not in bad shape. But I just don't like the format of compilations. Not for TV, maybe movies or maybe music, but not TV shows. But it is good. So I got this. So this joins the television movie that I got, The Trial or the Death of the Incredible Hulk. So I'm slowly catching up to all the TV episodes of the Bill Bixby Show. All right, last but not least. And I'm only going to show one because I don't need to show all of it. So one of the things I look for when I go to the library, and I see once in a great while, is I see people who donate series from Acorn Media. Acorn Media is an Australian company, and they release British and Australian shows. So here I found 6 seasons of 6 out of 8. 6 out of 8, so not too bad. I almost got the whole damn set. But I got 6 out of the 8 seasons of Foyle's War. This came out on 2002, ran through 2008, and this was a staple on PBS for many, many years. I'm sure some places maybe still even so. So, Foyle's War stars Michael Kitchen as Detective Chief Inspector Christopher Foyle, and this is set during World War II, slightly before World War II, through World War II, And then initially they canceled the show after 6 seasons. Now English shows, they run their seasons differently. They do, like for this is there's 4 movies. That's a season. That's a season. They're four. They call them series. So I have 6 series or 6 seasons, and it includes all the 4, the initial 4, in DVD format. Acorn Media, it's like when you can see it, when you can get it, grab it, because they're really good. It's really good quality, and they put out some great shows, including the Midsummer Murders series. Anything I can get my hands on Acorn, I do. There's also some Perot there, and there are also some Cetaphil with Derek Jacobi. I passed on both of those series to get the Foils War, because there was more of them. I didn't know how many seasons this ran. I just know there were 6 of them, so I grabbed them, and then and like I said, I don't suspect any of them to be there next week. But if they are for bag sale, I will grab them. But I'm really excited about this because I do remember this show from PBS. I never watched it. I never got a chance to watch it, but I do know of it. And to get 6 out of the 8 for a mere 6, or no, actually I got this for 3. I got 6 seasons for $5.25. That's a steal. So yeah. So I'm really looking forward to watching that. I'm not going to show you all of them I got. I did get 6. I got the seasons 1 through 6. I didn't get 7 or 8. That happens. You just never know what you're going to find out, though. I might get them next week. Who knows? All right. Wow, this is a long video. Whew. I think I went into crazy detail this week. All right. Well, let me get out of here so I can try to upload this by tomorrow. All right. Well, if you're new to the channel, please consider giving us a sub. And that was, it was a lot of fun talking about the history of every release like that. I really haven't done that before. Not like that. Oh, well. I hope you guys liked it. If it's long, this video's really long, but if you like the little in-depth detail about the shows, let me know in the comment section down below saying, I really like that. Or you can sit there and say, dude, man, you're hella long-winded. Why don't you just show us what you got and get the hell out? Put that down in the description box, too. Or the comment box, too. Thanks so much. We'll talk at you next week for bag sale. Next week is bag sale. Last month was not so good. Let's see what we can get this week. This month. All right. Yeah. Peace.